Hey, yo, fellowshippers, what up? Welcome to the Fellowship Hall with the Twins and Ralph. I am your boy Ralph, aka Big Ham, aka the smartest one in the room. Especially when it's us three. And I'm back with my fellas, twin number one, Keith, and twin number two, Ken. Fellas, let them know you in the building, baby.
AKA raspy voice today, fella. Sorry you're not feeling well, but I know you still gonna put in the work. What's up, fellowship? It's your boy Ken, aka Man Out. Today I'm going by the moniker of Civil War because that's what we dealt
Lord
with
have
in
mercy.
this week's episode, Civil
Okay.
War. Go ahead
Okay.
and introduce yourself, Keith.
What's up, fellas? This is your boy KT, the moderator. You know me. I know you. Let's go ahead and jump in it. You know what we're reviewing. We're reviewing Power Book 2, Season 2, Episode 6. Ken, we're going to let you get started since you got the Civil War moniker and give Big Ham a little more rest on his voice.
About time. About time you start recognizing who should be introducing the show. No, I'm just messing with you, Big Ham. Before I get to my moniker, man, I got a beef I got to get out. This whole mid-season finale stuff is a bother to me.
Okay.
We
Right,
had the
bro.
last episode
Right.
was 12/19. These episodes have been filmed, so I don't understand why we have to take a 2-week hiatus to watch
Yeah.
the shows. It ain't like the crew
They
had the
claim,
holidays
they
off.
claim, they claim they initially want to do 1 week, but then during the
It was.
holidays, they claim they pushed it back because they didn't want to take a ratings hit because it was the holidays. But I mean, everybody's gonna watch the show anyway on the
That's
Exactly,
weekend.
man.
trash.
Like the one of the other shows we were doing, Insecure, which I almost couldn't stand. They could keep it moving through the holidays. I don't understand why this show couldn't. And it reminds me of
Yeah.
the same stuff that The Walking Dead does. The Walking Dead last and final season started in October of 2021, and they cut it in half, and they're gonna finish it up in February of 21. So they shouldn't even call what happened last year.
22.
I'm sorry, February 22. They shouldn't even call it a season or series finale. Nevertheless, I digress. So with the whole Civil War moniker is because that's basically what happened. Um, Although I'm disappointed at why we had to wait, this episode did not disappoint. It was
Ooh.
a fire episode in my mind, man. The
Hold on,
whole
hold on, hold on, hold on, Ken. Since Big Ham is sickly today, I got to be in the background doing the idiotic stuff he normally does.
exactly, man. It was a good episode, a really good episode, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I guess I'll start with the whole Lorenzo. Lorenzo is throwing a wrench in everybody's plan. Monet is not happy. Kane is mad because he got Drew. Drew acting like he don't want it, but then also leaning in fully to it. So I don't understand what
Yeah.
Drew is doing. And then Diana got choke slammed against a wall because she got a little too big for her britches, thinking she can talk hard to Monet because she got Lorenzo out.
She still didn't back down, though.
Yeah, well,
She,
you can say
she
she didn't
still didn't
back
back
down,
down.
but
She didn't.
she was up against that wall, and all she could do was talk. So it was a really good episode. I enjoyed it, and then the whole Lauren and Reek thing, where when Reek turned around and nobody was in that courtroom for him, I was like, ouch. He's my boy, but I'm still mad at the Joker for killing my boy Ghost. But like that was a cold pill. Yeah, you can give me that look all you want. You miss Ghost too.
I do miss
Um,
him, but he gone.
all right, settle down. It was a good episode, man. I really, really, I don't know what Big Ham doing. I don't know if he's fanning himself or fanning the fever or trying to calm me
Nah,
down.
man, I was just saying, Ghost flew up out of here, man. You gotta let it go. He just flew up
And
out of here,
then,
bro.
man, the last thing I got to comment on, which might not be a hot take, is this whole Mecha Zeke angle. They better do something with it, or it needs to go because it's not doing anything for me, man. It's every episode I want to meet him. I want to meet him, and they ended with him sitting in the park looking at him play basketball in the park, and I'm like, either do something or move on, man. So
Well, that's it though. That's what they building up to it, and they finally got to the point where he's like in Zeke's vicinity.
man, they need to do something with it quick because both of them jokers in danger. My guys to go list because they moving too slow.
All right, all right. I'm
But
gonna go ahead and go next.
well, let me finish. Let me finish.
Thought
I
you
thought it
were.
was a good episode. I thought it was a really
I know
good
you should have been.
episode. All right, go ahead, man.
Go ahead, man. Go
I'm
ahead.
good. I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. I thought it was
Big Ham ain't
Listen,
feeling
man.
well, so you filling in. You filling in, but trying to just I don't know
Nah,
Kanye West
man.
everybody.
Nah, man, I would never do like that, man. He always try to bogart, man.
Tony, man.
He always try to bogart.
All right, you go ahead, Big Ham. Go ahead with your reaction there.
I guess me and the moral compass have switched places completely because I didn't think it was as good of an episode as he did. Um,
Ooh.
I thought it was probably the worst one of the season because, and I think it's just because of me because, bro, I don't care about Lorenzo at all. I don't care about.
He's
They
the
spent
catalyst
too
for
much,
everything.
bro. They
Mhm.
spent too much time on Lorenzo. Reek is in
Yeah.
here facing double murder. Reek is facing double murder, and we spent most of the show with Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Lorenzo's trying to meet the plug.
Yeah.
Lorenzo with the kids. Lorenzo trying to set up the
Renzo.
future. Lorenzo arguing with Monet. Lorenzo this. Lorenzo that. Man, I don't care about that. I want to see how Reek and Davis
I
gonna get
agree.
this murder charge off us. That's what I wanted to see. But I mean, I understand. What you said, Big Ken, about the civil war between them that's brewing. It looks to be Lorenzo and Drew versus Kane and Monet, while Kane is still while Kane
Trying
is
to.
still like he's trying to fit in somewhere, and it
Mhm.
really
Yes.
trips me out because to me he's the most gangster one in the crew, but he wants some approval from people. I just don't understand him.
Let
But
me interrupt. Let me interrupt.
Lorenzo the
I
most
think it
gangster
was.
now.
Hold on. I think it was like 1 or 2 weeks ago where I was saying like they almost want us to pity Kane, but Kane's character should never be in a pity me position. And that's
right,
that's that's the same thing that happened today, Rav. You right. Go ahead.
and then but I thought it was kind of crazy how um he finally Ken reference he looked back in the courtroom and no one was there. Then he goes and he breaks up with Lauren, and then all of a sudden Effie shows up. I just thought that was real convenient.
Hmm.
But I mean, but I said I wanted to be with Epi anyway, so I'm going to accept it. And so now, I thought Reek was a little bit. I thought he accepted Braden's apology just a little bit too easily, man. Like
I think
Well, he
Effie
followed Effie's
influenced him.
advice. He
Hmm.
followed Effie's advice.
Yeah.
he
Effie his
did, but
ride or
man,
die as long as it benefits Effie. I'm still
Yeah.
bothered by Effie personally, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
yeah,
agree.
but
that's what
but
I feel. Big Ham is that because he had the discussion with Effie, that's why he welcomed Braden back in.
That's exactly what
yeah,
happened.
but I I agree with you, and then I disagree because I agree with you because you said Effie was his ride or die as long as it's convenient for her. But then both of them have betrayed this man in the past. So the people that he gotta trust are two people who have betrayed him in the past. So it's kind of a tough predicament that my boy in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how he gonna wiggle himself out of this, as well as I was happy to see Lauren go on the offensive against Kerry.
She
I was happy to
did.
see that, and I'm happy to see that she gonna expose her hopefully in the next episodes as well. And it's it's kind of crazy that Rico come back to campus. Everybody gonna think he like Charles Manson or somebody. Like everybody gonna be everybody gonna be afraid of him.
Exactly.
Look here with his belt. Will he come back here? He, it was a couple people ride for him in there. He's innocent until proven guilty,
Just the
allegedly.
one
So
dude and Tate.
Just
Yeah.
the dude, man. Even though girl wasn't really, backing him up. She was just like, "Are we gonna ignore this?" But she didn't really have his back, and Lauren kind of was just quiet. And then old Tate, as usual, slimy and nothing stick to him, playing both sides as always.
I like Tate
yeah,
today, man. I
I
thought
like
Tate
Tate
was
too,
pretty
Man,
man.
good today. Yeah.
Tate is
I
Tate.
like
Today,
I like
not in general, just today.
I like the interaction between him and Reek.
Yeah,
He was like,
that's what made
Yeah,
me like it a lot. Yeah.
yeah,
He
he
didn't
was
back
like,
down
bro,
from Rick either.
he was like, bro, you still ain't did what you said you was gonna do for me. What am I gonna do? So, yeah, so, but yeah, man. So I thought it was a decent episode. I think it was as far as Ken thought because Ken cares a little more about Lorenzo than I do. It was just a little
Lorenzo.
too much Lorenzo for me, man.
Yeah,
Dude just got
yeah,
out of jail. We don't need to make it the Lorenzo show. He
yeah.
not Ghost. He's
Mm-mm.
he's Lorenzo.
but you
Yeah,
know what? And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done with it. I hear what you're saying, Rav. The Lorenzo angle to me is kind of what's spinning the Tejada family out of control. But the thing was, Lorenzo never did anything that bothered me. I mean, obviously he talked a little bit harsh to Monet or kind of already bumping himself over her. But
mm-hmm.
other than that, he's not definitely not done anything against Tariq. He was like, hey, this boy got popped. He in jail. We need to cut off this course correct stuff. He is not pushing anybody towards attacking or trying to get revenge on Tariq. he was mad that they put Ramirez's murder on him. So
Mm.
Lorenzo, to me, I don't have a problem with Lorenzo right now.
Yeah, I mean, he hadn't done anything to tick me off at him. It's just I don't care about his story that much to where it dominates an episode. I don't.
Okay. Pretty good reaction from you guys, I guess.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Here go my reactions. I'll get through them quick so we can get to our next segment. But I grew big ham totally. I was watching this in the first 10, maybe 15 minutes. I was like, all right, man, I'm tired of seeing Lorenzo. You know, I'm like, okay, I feel like it. Hold on, Kim. But then as the show went on, I was like, okay, I'm okay with the Lorenzo angle. So they gave him his 15 minutes of fame at the beginning, and then they started peppering him back in with the Zeke and everybody else angle. So I was okay. I'm okay on Lorenzo. I don't necessarily look to find out what's going to happen with him. But like Ken said, Rav, he is immersed in the Tejada family, so we gotta understand that he's going to be a part of the show. The
But
only
it,
thing
it wasn't
that
just him though, Keith. It was his impact on all the members of the family
Agreed.
that's been part of the whole series so far. And
Agreed.
that's what so it go ahead.
But at the
I hear you.
beginning, it was like him inviting people over to the house and disrespecting Monet. Which, don't get me wrong, Monet is a character that habitually inhabits our Gots to Go list.
And
But I
habitually
think
disrespects people.
But I think his disrespect of her was too much, especially with him just getting out of jail. It's like the next day, and he trying to put her in her place. Dude telling her to get him some chicken, and Diana saying I'll go do it. And he was like, "No, she can do it." Like I don't know
Mommy
about
got
that
this.
now.
Do
Mommy
you
got
think
this.
he do you think that he knows that she was being disloyal, smashing Ramirez, and that's probably why he treating her that way?
I'm just wondering if he felt like that Diana was the only one that was trying to get him out of jail. So maybe he's still a little ticked off at Monet thinking about that. Even though he defended her to I can't remember if it was Drew or Kane, but he defended her to one of them and saying that she dealt with a lot of stuff for 10 years. They just got to get back into the groove.
Yeah, I
Nevertheless,
think he was just gaming
It
her.
was
I
Diana.
think,
It was Diana.
was Diana okay?
yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe. I have to admit that while we felt like Monet has been kind of lacking in her judgment. I thought this episode she was a little bit stronger, especially with Diana. Like putting Diana in her place the way she did. I felt like I was like, okay, this may be the Monet from season one that really didn't show any cracks in the armor. So I was like, okay, Monet, you get a chance. But like I said, when Ken's reaction, Diana didn't back down. So I had to give us some credit too. Drew seems reluctant, but at the same time, he's spitting knowledge that makes sense to Lorenzo. So I'm wondering what's gonna happen with Drew. And I also feel like that it may take your boy Everett to be gone, like literally off, for Drew to fully embrace his role that Lorenzo wants, which is also going to be Ken got a civil war between Monet and Lorenzo, but it's going to be a civil war between Drew and Kane. So it's all kind of
Everybody.
craziness going
It's
on.
everybody.
Yeah,
And
I feel like
I hope that don't happen because we don't need nobody else on Stansfield to come up dead. with,
The point.
and
with
that'll
everything we
prove
The
what
got
point.
Kerry
going on,
said.
man.
Did Kerry say, or no? Sack said if we let Tariq out of jail, somebody else gonna end up
Somebody's
dead.
gonna die.
So there's clearly alliances going on. I never watched the Survivor series or whatever, but I used to hear about the alliance, and clearly there's an alliance. Monet and Kane is an alliance, even though there's a underlying alignment in that alliance in that Kane and Mecca, and that's the MCM alliance. And then Lorenzo, Drew, and Diana, so that's the LDD alliance. So it's all kind of stuff going on right now, and now even Tariq formed his own alliance with the FB and Braden. And like Big Ham said, and I know Ken, you didn't feel so good about Effie either, but I still can't trust Effie for the way she did Reek at
Never.
not Stanfield, but the place before
Choke,
Stanfield.
choke.
Choke.
Choke. I still can't trust her for what she did then because like it was out of left field and for no reason. So once a backstabber, most likely always a backstabber. And I don't know. I hope it doesn't go like that. But at the same time, Effie is also working with Diana in the background. So it's so much stuff going on, which brings me to my final point. At the beginning of the season or somewhere
I'm
in the
sorry,
season,
Keith.
yeah.
If it was solid when she went and met with Monet, though, she was real solid. in that scene though.
She was solid. I was worried that she wouldn't be, but she was solid. Agreed.
We either make
Agreed.
a lot of money together or a little money separate. That was a good
Yeah,
line.
but still, I hope that the writers wouldn't say, okay, as soon as she formed this alliance with Reek, let's show her immediately backstabbing Reek again. That'd be too, iffy-ish. One thing that I'll end my reaction with is that I said somewhere at the beginning of this season that it's like so many parts moving on, and then I think a couple of weeks ago I was like, they finally coming together and it making perfect sense. But them throwing back Lorenzo in it, I think is still broadening back out way too much. Where we already been broad this season, and now we finally getting the close, and now they bring Lorenzo in and they opening everything back up with Drew tracking this guy that Lorenzo just brought in to take over their gang and whatnot. Like, it's still a lot going on, and like Brown said, our biggest, or as we say, our criminal protagonist is Tariq St. Patrick. So we are focused on his story. And if the more and more they take away from his story, the more and more it really won't be Power Book 2, in my opinion.
Okay, and we also got to see
Agreed.
Carrie do just a little bit of a I don't know, a change. She always the calm, cool,
Uh-huh.
collected
Uh-huh.
sex addict, and now all of a sudden in her little discussion with Lauren, she want to get hard all of a sudden. Hey, nobody put a gun to your head to sign those papers,
Mm-hmm.
blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah, and then Laura throws the Reek stuff, the Zeke stuff
The
on her,
Zeke
and then
stuff,
she
yeah.
kind of pivoted a little bit. So
Yeah.
everybody true selves are coming out, and we just got to see how it play out for Reek.
Okay.
I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see how Laura gonna do on the stand. Will she plead
Mm-hmm.
the fifth? Will she not say anything? So I'm interested to see how that's gonna go.
Yeah, I also think that, and this is gonna come out of my guts go, but it's a reaction, so I'll say it real quick. I also think Carrie was clearly unprofessional when she was on the stage teaching them, saying Reek's a murderer. Reek is going away for the rest of his life. There's not going to be any parole. Like, that's completely wrong. Like, she
Right.
should have been like, innocent till proven guilty, especially with a young black man. She being a black woman that was his advisor, no less, or was Jabari her advisor? Whoever. Um, the way she comes about it, it's clearly that she is out for Reek for no reason, cause she think he
Which hunt
killed
for Reek?
Jabari.
Which hunt for Reek? And I'm,
Which
I'm
I'm
just
for Reek,
wondering
yeah.
if something gonna come out in a trial that ends up implicating her and she end up going down. Because with Lauren already trying to get off, talking
Mhm.
to this district attorney lady, we don't know what she's gonna say on the stand.
Yeah, one thing I noticed, I don't know if you guys noticed, and maybe it's nothing, but Fellowship has let us know if you thought anything about this, was that when Lauren gave her the watch, she put it in her purse. So I'm wondering if that could come back to bite her or something. But anyway, Fellowship, let us know what you thought about our reactions, and give us your reaction in the comments section. Next, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our Gots to Go segment, and we're gonna let Ken introduce this, since like we've been saying, Big Ham is under the weather. So Ken, go ahead and introduce our Gots to Go segment.
Yeah, no problem. So the Gots to Go section is the section where we talk about the top three characters on our list that the show does not need. And although Keith and I argued this, Big Ham ended up winning out overall, was that the way they got to leave is brutally murdered. And I'm not paraphrasing. I'm quoting Big Ham exactly. They need to be
Yeah.
brutally murdered, and then he goes further to say brutally offed. So we need to get rid of these characters, and unfortunately, it's got to be by death, and
By death.
death in some kind of horrific fashion. And
Okay.
so I'm going to start it out giving my number three person on my list who got to go, but it's two people that I feel have to go even stronger. And my number three got to go is Deanna. And I know this is gonna come to a shock, but
Come
to
on,
me,
man.
Deanna is
Uh,
part of this crime family. Let me
nope.
finish. Let me
Nope.
finish. Deanna is part of this crime family, and first thing she doing is snitching on her mama, who done held her down for 10 years. Don't get me wrong, I don't have any love lost for Monet, but Monet done took care of these families and took care of this family. Although she's been hard on them, she still made sure they were taken care of and well off. And Deanna is already trying to tell stuff to Lorenzo. She got him out of jail behind her back. Okay, that is what it is. But then her saying that mommy doesn't look happy to have you back, that was a snitch move. And so Deanna is my number three. Got to go.
Now
It's gonna
you
be
out of pocket.
hard.
You
Yeah,
out of
you out of
pocket,
pocket.
man.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be
You
hard
out
for
of
me to
pocket.
see a picture of Deanna come up on the screen while you talking, Ken. But
Hey,
But it'll be fun
Boom,
searching for pictures.
boom, boom,
hey, but
boom.
look, man.
Uh,
The thing about that is, the thing about that is, man. You within the last couple of episodes, you can see Monet just like pushing Diana. Like Diana wants to
that's
be.
true.
She wanted to go to school. She had things
Yeah.
she wanted to do, and Monet
Hmm.
just wouldn't let her do it.
She
You know,
Right?
this
right.
girl, she grown now. Monet wouldn't let her do it, so
Is she
she had to
grown?
find a way.
She grown. She trying to
She
go to
grown.
college. She grown.
Trying to
I
go to
thought she
college.
was
Yeah,
like 18, maybe. I don't know. All
that's
right.
Grown.
grown.
Yeah,
Grown.
I
So,
guess kind of about in the eyes of the
so
law.
Monet, kept her locked down, man, and I guess she was just trying to get some freedom, and she felt like if Pops was there, it is gonna be
Yeah.
better for her. And it seemed like since he back, it is better for her.
It's
But
definitely better
yeah,
for her, and she going behind his back. But then when she stepped to Monet, she got course corrected.
Mm.
yeah,
Monet
you out of
was.
pocket, man. She got to
Yeah,
go.
you out of pocket. Big hand, go ahead and give us your number three.
My number three, got to go, is Carrie, bro.
Number three.
Yeah,
I
she
can't
my
wait to
number.
hear the rest of your list, man.
She
Exactly.
my number. She my number three. Got to go.
Man, Carrie should have been number three, two, and one.
Yeah, true. You see, I just man, like I just can't stand her, and I just can't stand her. She just like I don't know if one of y'all said it, but how unprofessional she was
Yeah, me.
She
in
Yeah.
said it.
front of
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
classroom,
That's right.
claiming that Reek is already guilty when she don't know. She don't know, and it's her mess that really kind of got retwisted up in this in the first place because you just slept with everybody. You just slept with Davis. You just
Except
slept
Reek.
with Zeke. You just slept with Jabari. You just slept with the first cat. What was the white dude that was investigating
The
Whitman.
cop, Whitman.
women?
You said
You
you
just
said she
slept.
slept with Davis. She didn't sleep with Davis.
Yes, she
They got
did.
some history. They got some
They,
history. We don't know what it
her and
is, but
Davis
they
had
got
Oh,
something
some
okay.
together.
kind of history. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her and Davis something together before. She'd been throwing it around to everybody, and then she gonna try to stand on a moral
Throwing
high
it
ground.
around to everybody.
Yeah, she been tossing it. She been tossing it out, man. They
That's a
been
phrase
catching.
of the week.
Yeah, and now she gonna try to stand on more high ground on our boy and try to
Mm-hmm.
claim he is what he is when he definitely did off Jabari, but he didn't off Ramirez, and he only off Jabari. He had to finish him, so
He put him out of his misery, basically.
he put him out of his mirror. He had to go on to finish
Mm.
him, so that's what it was. So my number three got to go is Kerry.
Okay, okay. I can't be too mad at that. But I will go with my number three guys to go, and it is not Carrie. And Ken, it is definitely no, I don't think we'll ever be Diana, as that's who I want Rick to end up with. Anyway, my number three guys to go, which is kind of surprising. I want Rick to end up with Diana. Ralph Big Ham wants Rick to end up with Epic. Ken, is Lauren yours or did you have somebody else?
It was once upon a time it was long until she kind of let him
Okay, so
go.
she got manipulated. Okay. All right, sorry, fellas. It was back to the guys to go. My number three guys to go is one of Big Ham's favorite guys to go, and that's Cooper Sacks. Cooper Sacks has got to go because it's been almost a half a season, or actually a half a season, with him working against the prosecutor office, and he's still trying to incriminate Reek. Everything that Davis is doing to help Reek, Cooper is in his ear questioning it, saying that Reek is guilty. So he's clearly holding on to a grudge that A, he had against his dad, and B, he has against Reek because he felt like Reek got off in the first place. And now he's working for Reek and still against him. Cooper Sacks probably should be higher on my list, but it's other people more deservedly. So I'll leave him at three. But this is the first time that I had to put Cooper on my list. And I kind of liked him. I think I told you guys I was starting to like Cooper Sacks, but I still kind of like him, but he's dead wrong. And he is going to be trouble. And him hearing Lauren talking to the prosecutor, that makes me think that something else could happen. And so, Cooper Sacks is my third. Got to go.
I think Coop may use the Lauren thing to help Reek, but I guess I don't know
Yeah,
for sure.
I do
I
too,
don't
but
know. I don't know
I
yet,
do. I,
though. The way he
yeah, I think he
acting, he
gonna
out of
use that.
pocket, man.
I think he gonna use that to help Reek. I think he gonna let Davis know that she don't want to testify, and they got a witness that's gonna be on their side that the prosecution gonna call. So I
We'll
think
see.
that. But just like you, Keith, and I know we pulled a snake it, but I'm gonna piggyback off you. My number
Mm-hmm.
two got to go is Cooper Sacks. And
Wow.
the reason I put him above Kerry is because he actually is in a position of power to really affect what happens in Reek's case.
That's a good
And you
point.
know, and he's trying to stop Reek from getting out. He doesn't believe Reek. He actually believes Reek has killed these people. He's trying to ask Reek, why would you do it? And then Davis had to set him straight.
Check them.
Davis had to check him, and he
Yeah.
don't even believe Reek. And so
Hmm.
that could be a problem for Reek, even though Sex is still playing. Just like with the thing with Lauren, I believe he's going to use Lauren to help Reek out, but still, I don't like the fact that he still has this grudge against the St. Patrick's. I think in episode 1, I had Sex on my list
Yep.
for that reason because y'all was
Hmm.
like, "Well, he on the outside now," but I said he would never let it go.
He
He would
hasn't. You're
never let
right.
it go, and he hasn't let it go. And so my
Hmm.
number 2 got to go is Cooper Sex.
Cooper Sacks. All right, Ken, go ahead with your number 2.
My number 2 got to go is Kane Tejada.
Huh?
Kane is still pushing against Reek. Kane is trying to manipulate Braden. He's still telling everybody we don't need Reek. It's only a matter of time before Kane gonna come after Reek. And we know Kane already gunning for him. And Monet already talking about saying, you come for one of mine, I'm gonna protect him. You kill one of mine, it's gonna be a slaughter. So at the end of the day, although we kind of liking Kane standing up to Monet, even standing up to Lorenzo, Kane is still our biggest threat to Reek. And so Kane gotta go. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's an interesting take, man. I mean, Kane didn't cross my mind on the list. I mean, obviously Kane is against Reek, but he always is. So what's new? But I understand what you're saying, man. Kane is the truest one in this family, honestly, man. Maybe Diana is pretty close, but Kane is true because he is putting all of his chips in the game basket. Nothing outside of the game basket. All in the game basket, and he got to do what he got to do to protect his family and make the money. And that's what he's doing. Like Kane is not acting like anybody else. Everybody else is pretending except Kane.
The rules
Monet
are
told him, you didn't have to do that. And then even Lorenzo was like, "Yo, Reek done got popped for this. That's not
Hmm.
good."
That's not good for
right. It's
family.
gonna
Yeah.
come back on
So
us.
Yeah.
And the whole nature of the game is even if Kane doing everything right, even when he stood up against Monet a couple weeks ago, we were like he did a good thing,
He did.
but he still makes the list because the rules of the game is if you're against our criminal protagonist or
You got to
caveat, you
go.
get on our nerves, you got
Good
to
point.
go.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Ken. All right, I go with my number 2. My number 2 got to go is going to be maybe the first time ever on our list. Maybe we'll see. My number 2 got to go is the patriarch Lorenzo Tejada, and it is for a lot of the things that I said in my reaction. Is that him getting out of jail overly complicates an already complicated system that's finally been weaved together, and now everything is unraveled again. Don't get me wrong, I like the drama, but this season is halfway done now, and we starting with a season worth of drama. So Lorenzo got to go. Lorenzo is treating Monet wrong, which I don't necessarily care about, because it's a fictional story. But I don't necessarily care about. But he's disrespecting her when she held the game down. He's pitting Diana, which is my Tariq's pick, against the family or against Monet in a way, which is going to mean she's against Kane, and manipulating her. And then he's pushing Drew in front of Kane. And even though I don't like Kane, Kane deserves to be the number 2 or number 1, actually. So it's a lot going on. And lastly, him disregarding Reek. Like, okay, yeah, it was done for them to get him to go to jail because he could come back on his family. But still, Reek is our criminal protagonist, which you just said, Ken. Reek is the center of this show. And Lorenzo is saying we really don't need him anyway. So he's has no loyalty to Reek, and he has no, any kind of empathy or compassion if anything happens to Reek or protecting Reek or anything. He's just rather do without Reek. So Lorenzo is my number 2 guys to go for those reasons.
Okay. Well, who your number 1 then? We gonna snake it.
All right, my number 1, I think, has already been established by the fellowship. Is my number 1 for this week was my number 1 for last week. Carrie. Carrie is my number 1 because she is publicly displaying her hate for our criminal protagonist for no reason. She doesn't know he killed Jabari. He definitely didn't kill the cop, which she's also saying he did. I mean, planting evidence is so simple. Why would you assume that, hey, The badge is there. It had to be like that's out of character. Like she's supposed
She
to
a
be smart.
lawyer. She a lawyer.
Exactly. That's why I said she's supposed to be smart. She should know this type of stuff. And yeah, Kerry's my number one. And I got to give a shout out to Davis. He had a strong episode. I didn't hate seeing Davis on TV today. And I was like, man, Davis is actually kind of solid. You know, I don't want to see his brother, and thankfully we haven't saw him. Hopefully we don't see him anymore. But yeah, Kerry's my number one. Got to go all day, every day. Go ahead, Ken, because I'm predicting yours is going to be the same.
I'll make this quick. It's Carrie.
It is.
Carrie's my number one, man. Same as last week. Carrie's getting on my nerves. Carrie in the classroom still, defaming Reek. She should be fired for that. She should be fired for having a sexual relationship with one of the students. And then, so it's not really much else to say. We already kind of talked about it when hashed it out. Where Big Ham brought up as number 3. As far as Davis, though, I don't know if I'm feeling them hiding the whole Tasha want to reach out to Reek and talk to Reek and stuff. They think
It's probably better for Reek.
It probably is, but his reason for it being better was we got to keep making that money, and that was the thing that bothered me because David's a snake. He's smart snake, and he get work done, but David's a snake.
He also blackmailing Monet, although it was her idea, blackmailing Monet to give them dirt on Reek. But one thing he said that I hope you guys caught.
Dirt on Reek.
Yeah.
Dirt on Reek.
Updates on the case, right?
No, just updates on if their family get involved.
Yeah, but it's like, well, yeah. But one thing David said was, I'll give you this stuff as long as it doesn't impact Tariq. As long as it doesn't impact Tariq's case. So yeah, Davis, he a little more solid than I thought, but he definitely a snake can.
Well, he
all right, Big Ham.
So he want to win. He want to win his case.
Yeah,
so he gonna do
that. Want to keep his record.
Cause him to lose. Yeah.
Well, he better get rid of Sacks. All right, Big Ham, go ahead with your number one.
My number one got to go for the 3rd week in a row is Kane Tejada. It's Kane Tejada, man. Like, honestly, bro, I don't care about him not having his place with the family. I don't care anything about him not being Lorenzo's number 2. I don't care anything about him and Monet trying to go behind Lorenzo's back and keep course correct working or keep trying to make some money to give to Davis. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is he framed Tariq, and Tariq is ready to gun him down. And whenever they get the chance, whenever this heat get off Reek a little bit, I'm ready to see them get that dude up out of here. And if Monet got a problem with Reek get Kane up out of here, he can get her up out of here too. And that's all I gotta say about that. That dude deserved to die. That dude deserved to die for putting 2 murders on Reek when he didn't even have to do it. He didn't even have to do it, bro.
He won.
That's the worst part about it. He didn't even have to do it.
He didn't have to do it. Yeah.
They had nothing on either one. He didn't have to do it. He needs to die, man. He got to go, bro.
Okay, I like Kane. I can't be mad at you.
He gotta go.
Listen, man. One thing about Monet, this was a strong episode for Monet for me, which makes me backtrack her on my list. She's still in the top 10, maybe not the top 5, but anyway, Monet told Reek, "You shoot, I slaughter." That was a pretty cold-blooded line, man. That was a pretty cold-blooded line.
It was a good line, but okay, it's violence. What she's supposed to say? You shoot, I'ma cry. She got
man.
Yeah,
look,
it's
I don't care about what she talking about. If she got a problem with Reek off and Kane with her son, she need to be ready to fire because we coming for her too. We coming for the whole town. Diana can get it. Juke it. Anybody in the family can get it.
Whoa.
I believe Lorenzo will have an issue if they take out Kane.
Not Diana.
All right, settle down, fanboy.
She wasn't on my
Diana
list.
Needs to go. Diana needs to go.
But you crazy. After Reek off Kane, everybody got a problem with it in the family can get off too, bro.
Yeah, well, likely Kane will end up either trying to off Drew and end up offing Everett before he got to go, and that'll make it a little bit easier transition for everybody. But okay, fellas, make sure you let us know what you thought about our Gots to Go list. It was kind of fiery today, but it was a good episode. Big Ham didn't think it was the best. He thought it was the worst of the season, which I have to disagree because
he's wrong.
Davis's brother was in an episode this season, so that already makes it the worst episode. So make sure you do it.
Fire. Every episode up until now was fire.
I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, he's made a mistake.
Yeah,
it's medication talking.
All right, fellas. So make sure you go in the comment section and communicate with us. You know, obviously we'll do our best to communicate back to you, but make sure you let us know who your gossip goals are, and we'll go from there. So, fellowshippers, I think we're done for today. We're gonna continue to let Big Ham rest his voice. Which, you know what, this probably is our best pod ever because he hasn't been as vocal as as normal. So maybe
You out of
maybe
pocket, bro.
maybe.
You
Maybe
out of pocket, man.
we'll continue to do this. So make sure you give us a subscribe and a like. Make sure you subscribe and like our Fellowship Hall page
Hey
on
man,
YouTube.
hold on. I'm sorry, Keith. Let me just let the fellowshippers know this. I think our last power episode had like 1,900, almost 2,000 views,
Yeah,
and we still got only 270 subscribers. Stop
ready to
hitting us
see.
and quitting us. Stop one night standing us, man. Commit
Stop
to
carrying
us.
us. No, oh
Yeah,
wait, no,
stop
carrying
carrying us.
us.
No. Stop one night standing us, man. If you watch it and you like it, you need to subscribe so you get the next one. Go ahead, Keith.
All right, fellowshippers. I guess I'll reiterate what I said earlier, and also reiterate what Big Ham said. You can like and subscribe and follow us on our YouTube page at the Fellowship Hall. Also, check us out on Facebook at the Fellowship Hall. You can also follow Big Ham on Facebook at Raphael Hammond and follow him on Twitter and Instagram at HamDog22. We appreciate you guys coming in. This Power Book 2 series is quickly becoming the favorite of mine, and I assume of the fellas too. So, you know, we like talking about it, and we want you guys to come hear what we got to say, and also tell us what you think, and of course we'll communicate back. So, other than that, you guys have a great week and be blessed.
Be blessed, fellowshippers.
Be blessed, fellowshippers.